Poland kick off their campaign up against Mexico over in Group C, but will the Polish get off to a flyer with Lewandowski and co? We've got a Polish fan on the line, and we're going to talk about that game and more next. That's right, folks. Pat wants to get another match preview, even. That's right, folks. That's right, folks. Pat wants to get another World Cup Rivals preview video. That's right, folks. Pat wants to get another World Cup Rivals video today. We're going to be chatting with a Polish fan, as of course Poland get closer to kicking off their World Cup campaign. That's right, folks. Pat wants to get another World Cup Rivals video today. We're chatting with a Polish fan about their match against Mexico, and we'll get to him in just a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button, bam, all things Polish football related, Papa Rose related, World Cup related. We're going to all hear boys under one Ruski, of course. Poland over in Group C with the likes of Argentina and Saudi Arabia. But first, it's all about Mexico. Can they get off to a flyer? Well, let's get chatting with, of course, our Polish fan who will be on the channel throughout this World Cup campaign, and maybe even more. We'll see about that. Anyway, for a small part of the YouTube universe, tell me a little bit about yourself, your name, where you're calling from, and of course, maybe a bit about your Polish heritage.
I'm calling from Poland. I live in Copenhagen, but yeah, I've been a Rovers fan for basically 20 years now, but I'm excited about World Cup. Not really, because it's being played where it is, so not much has to be said about that. But yeah, let's get on with it.
Okay, so Poland do kick off their campaign up against Mexico, of course, over in Group C. What are your feelings for Poland's chances in that match and the tournament itself?
If you look at Mexico, it's the same team they had for the last, 3-4 World Cups, with the goalkeeper that's basically only good for the World Cup. If he's going to produce the same as last time, probably will. Probably will be the best player on the pitch on Tuesday. What are our chances? If we play the football we can play, I think the chances are okay. The only problem is we're not really that good against teams from that part of the world, like South America, Mid America. What I think, we can beat them, but we probably won't.
Ooh, spicy. Okay, but what about your expectations for Poland in this actual World Cup? Do you think you can, are you focusing just to try to get out of the group stages, or do you think you've even got bigger plans than that, maybe even the quarterfinals?
There is a saying in Poland that Poland usually plays 3 matches: the opening game, the game that has everything on stake, and the goodbye game. Let's hope it won't be against Argentina this time around. Let's hope they can get off the group stages, and from there on, the sky's the limit.
Exactly, because you do have one of the best players in world football, and hopefully this will be his tournament to shine. So let's take Lewandowski out of the equation here. Who else in that Polish team are going to get us excited at this year's World Cup?
It's probably going to be Zielinski that plays in Napoli. Him meeting his, I don't know if Lozano is still playing for now. I think he's still playing for Napoli. Then it's like a teammates playing against each other in the opening game. His game to shine. Can he do it? He has all the quality to do it, but we'll see. We also have the Christian Bielik guy, who's like a defensive midfielder. Huge talent at his time. He was really unfortunate with his knees and his injuries. He's only just returned from really bad knee ligament injury. He's been doing really well for Birmingham. So I think it's like the central midfield is the core for Poland to do well. We've always had good wingers. We have the Nikola Zalewski that plays for Roma. He's also a huge talent. Can he show us what he's made of? I think he can, and I think he is the one to look out for.
All right. Okay, I got some good names in there. Okay, so let's. What about if we put the focus onto Mexico? Who's the player that's gonna give you the heebie-jeebies, or you're the most concerned for this opening game?
Yeah, it's like I said, the Napoli guy Lozano, and probably Raúl Jiménez. That's the 2 guys I'm mostly afraid of. Of course, Guardado is always good for the national team. Apart from him turning 37 soon, I think. I still think he can do the job. It's 90 minutes. Everything can happen in those 90 minutes. But it's those three players that I'm most afraid of.
Okay, yeah, and now let's pretend that you've been given the keys to the dugout here, and you are the man to cut all the shots on this game between Mexico. What's your 11 from the goalkeeper all the way through to the striker, so we can have a picture of what kind of a starting team Poland will have?
I would say we're going to start with Szczęsny, who's been the solid goalkeeper for us for the last couple of years. Then we're probably going to go out with three central defenders, which I don't think is the most suitable way for us to play football. But we're probably going to go with Gleek, who is the most experienced central defender. We're going to take Jan Bednarek, who is, apart from him not playing for Aston Villa all that much, I still think he is the second best option at the central defense of Poland. Then we have Jakub Kiwior, who has basically taken him by surprise. He's been playing very well in Italy. I think he is a bright future for Polish central defensive position. We have two wing backs. I'm very sure it's going to be Matikash on one of the wing backs positions. Then Nikola Zalewski probably going to play on the other side. Midfield, that's going to be Christian Bielik and Zielinski. And then we have Lewandowski. And then it gets really tricky because it's probably going to be Szymański, who's on form playing for Feyenoord. And then the other side, that's actually really hard to guess. Milik maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe one of the guys who's playing for the Polish champions, Skóraś, his name is, but he's the very big underdog who can only surprise positively.
All right, sounds...
Am I missing something? No, I think it's 11.
I think you got 11. Yep. Okay, so let's... there is another game going on in your group, Argentina taking on Saudi Arabia. What do you think will happen in that game, and what do you want to happen in that game?
I'm sure it's going to be Argentina win. Although I have no understanding of Saudi Arabian team. I think they've been based at home for 2 months now, trained there, have most of the players from the Saudi Arabian league, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on any names. I absolutely have no idea who plays for Saudi Arabia. The most probable outcome will be big struggle for Argentina, but they're going to win 2-3-0.
Yeah, that's what I think most people are thinking. But now, of course, the money question here. What's the score going to be between yourselves, Poland, and Mexico in your opening game?
I'm afraid it might be a ball 0-0.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate that. Thanks again for coming by, of course, and hopefully we'll catch up with you throughout the tournament, and hopefully it'll be a long, long tournament for Poland in Qatar 2022, of course. And you guys out there, you can be on the show just like David here, of course. We have a phone-in coming at you from the 20th of November all the way through to, of course, the final in whatever it is, December something. So check out, keep an eye out for that. It's a Zoom thing. You just plonk your thing in there, you come on in, and we'll have a good old chit-chat and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you smash your subscribe, though. Smash your thumbs up. Smash the little bell. We go again, of course, each and every day. Coverage for the World Cup begins right here, all over the place, at Blackburn Overseas.